10 ways to keep a man interested. 1. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself, you don't believe that you are worthy of others' love. And if you don't believe you're worthy of others' love, you'll struggle to build a healthy, long-term relationship. This isn't about being in love, it's about laying the foundations for love a little further down the line. It's about making sure that you're lovable and demonstrating to your man that you're worthy of his continuing interest. While some lucky people manage to successfully forge a long-lasting relationship in their early years, most of us just haven't learned to love ourselves enough at that young age to be able to do it. As we grow, we learn to love ourselves. Or at least, that's the theory. But it can be difficult to do, even for the most confident. We're socialized to think that loving ourselves is arrogant and unappealing, but in fact, it's the opposite. Show your man you love and care about yourself, and you'll be giving him a roadmap to loving you. If you can love yourself successfully, you'll survive anything, even a long-distance relationship. Loving yourself can be really hard, because, like everyone else, you're not perfect. Acknowledge that you have faults, and that everyone does. Work on changing these, but don't beat yourself about them. Accept yourself and others will too. Treat yourself with the same respect, kindness, and mindfulness that you would offer the people who matter most to you in your life. Be kind but be stern. Learn to discipline, but learn to forgive. You are your own greatest fan, your own greatest rival, and your own greatest love. 2. Make him feel like a hero. If you want to keep a man interested, you must make your guy feel like your provider and protector, and someone you genuinely admire. In other words, you have to make him feel like a hero. Men do still need to be a hero. Because it's built into their DNA to seek out relationships that allow them to feel like a provider. Men have a thirst for your admiration. They want to step up to the plate for the woman in their lives and service, provide and protect her. This is deeply rooted in male biology. A man won't stay interested in a woman when this thirst isn't satisfied. He wants to see himself as a provider. As someone you genuinely want and need to have around. If you don't make him feel this, he will feel like less of a man. Emasculated. And he will lose interest in you in no time. Now, you can't trigger his hero instinct just giving him admiration next time you see him. Men don't like receiving participation awards for showing up. Trust me. A man wants to feel like he has earned your admiration and respect. You have to find ways to make him feel like your hero. There's an art to doing this which can be a lot of fun when you know exactly what to do. But it requires a little more work than just asking him to fix your computer or carry your heavy bags. When a man genuinely feels like your hero, he'll become more loving, attentive, and interested in being in a committed, long-term relationship with you. The hero instinct is a subconscious drive men have to gravitate toward people who make him feel like a hero. But it's amplified in his romantic relationships. 3. Stay interesting and interested. In those early days of dating, you might have spent time trying to think up new and ever more interesting things to do together. When the initial few dates are over and you're thinking it might be going somewhere, take care not to slip into doing the same old every time you meet. Doing the same things all the time that leads to complacency. If you can avoid that complacency trap, this stage is the most exciting part of getting to know someone. The early dates are over, you're starting to develop a real connection and be comfortable in each other's company, but there's still so much to learn and do together. In other words, don't just watch movies and eat pizza every time you see each other. Keep his interest by staying interesting. Suggest new things to do together. Find places to go neither of you have ever been. Start getting out of your comfort zone together. Keeping it interesting isn't just about what you do on dates. It's about what happens when you stay up late talking about your hopes and dreams. What have you both always wanted to do? Look for the common ground and find the places you connect and intersect. Talk about things you love doing, and the things he loves that you want to know more about. If you want to be charming, be interested to be interesting. If you've always wanted to go skiing, and you know he's been, ask him about that. Ask him about the things you know he's passionate about, and wait to see his eyes light up when he tells you about them. Give him the chance to ask you about what you love to do. There's nothing sexier than passion. 4. Don't be nice and you'll keep a guy interested. Spend too much time trying to be nice and you risk being the opposite. In those early days where you're spending a lot of emotional energy getting to know someone, you can end up feeling a bit wrung out and all over the place. You feel like you're constantly thinking about how to react and what impression you're giving. You're trying to be nice and make a good impression, but you end up putting him off because you're overthinking everything and it shows. Stop doing this. By trying to be nice all the time, you're not being yourself. No one is constantly nice and undemanding. This doesn't mean you should be deliberately treating him mean, either. Both being excessively nice and overly mean are game playing. Neither of them will help you build those all-important relationship foundations that you should be building right now. The big problem with being nice is that it means you're constantly trying to live up to an image of the person you think he wants you to be. Whether or not that's who you really are. And that is totally counterproductive, because it means you're building those foundations on shaky ground. Stop being nice, focus on being real. Send him a good morning message if you feel it at the time. If not, then don't do it just to impress him. 5. Laugh together. When you picture your perfect future with your man, what do you see? Chances are, laughter features pretty highly. And there's a good reason for that. Shared laughter is an important part of any budding relationship. It's a vital part of creating memories, helping you create a bond that can stand the test of time. Being able to laugh together demonstrates to your guy that you have things in common. A shared sense of humor is pretty close to the top of most people's relationship to-do lists, after all. Laughter helps you build your foundations. Every long-term relationship will go through hard times at some point. If this becomes a long-standing thing, when it's your turn to hit a tough period, you'll have brilliant memories to look back on of the nights you stayed awake laughing together. If you find you're not laughing enough, what can you do? Don't panic. This doesn't mean you're not right for each other. It just means that you haven't got totally into the groove yet. If you're not laughing much, it might be because you're still stuck in anxious first date mode. Now is the time to move past that and let yourself go a little. Laughing together means you're able to let your guard down with each other. If you're finding that hard to do, work on your confidence. Being confident means you don't care that your mascara is running down your face because you've been laughing so hard for so long. Just get out and do things together as much as possible. Overcome challenges together. Learn things together. The laughter should follow. 6. Be spontaneous. Spontaneity is a vital part of being able to have fun and enjoy life. Of course, making plans is fun too, but if you feel you can't ever just decide to wake up in the morning and go and do something completely unplanned, you're missing out. Being spontaneous with your new man is a chance to show him what you're made of. There's plenty of time later for the habits and routines that inevitably develop in a long-standing partnership. And there's nothing wrong with habits and routines, but we all need a break from them. Routine is associated with work and obligation, spontaneity with fun and freedom. Be the person your guy associates with fun. Being spontaneous doesn't have to mean that you end up having wild drunken adventures every weekend. It can just mean that you head out for a morning coffee and rather than just going straight home after, you hit the shops for a few hours and then take in a movie. Or maybe it'll mean that on Wednesday, you suggest heading away for a night at the weekend. You came up with the idea, so he gets to choose where to go. Spontaneity means you both get to take an equal role in making plans, as you do it as you go along. Doing this can be a great bonding experience. If you find it difficult to be spontaneous, try planning spontaneity. Sounds crazy? It doesn't have to be. Decide that every Saturday, you'll meet up and just wander around the city looking for fun things to do. That's a plan, but it's a very loose one and will allow you to have all kinds of adventures together. 7. Take the lead sometimes. Lots of women are conditioned to think that they should fall in line and do what he wants to do most of the time. Even women who are generally pretty strong and independent, with good careers and a great group of girlfriends behind them, can end up doing this without even knowing what's happening. Girls are brought up to be nice to everyone and put themselves last. But actually, any guy worth his value doesn't want a girl who'll always do what he wants and never have an opinion. If that is what he wants, run a mile, he's not a keeper. A woman who constantly seeks reassurance makes the relationship hard work and easily puts a man off. And some men will take you for granted if you're too willing to do anything they ask. They'll begin to see you as a mother or a sister, and that's definitely not a zone you want to get into. If you're already a natural lead taker, as lots of women are, great. Keep doing it. If you're not, then make a choice to be the one who makes the decisions sometimes. You choose and book the restaurant, rather than waiting for him to suggest something. He'll love seeing you as the confident, independent woman you are. This isn't just about the here and now, it's that foundation building thing again. Take your turn at taking the lead now, and then if you last the distance, you'll naturally share the decision making when it really matters. Things like choosing where to live or what to call your kids, for example. If you find it hard to take the lead, look for areas where you can do it better than him. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, don't forget. 8. Be seductive. This is the perfect stage for being super seductive. At this point, your sex life should be getting pretty hot. You're past any initial awkwardness, you're getting to know each other, but there's still a hell of a lot for you to explore. This is a great time to make the most of your lust. Remember that flirting isn't just something you do in the first couple of dates. If you want your relationship to work out long-term, keep on flirting. Remember that all the flirting you did in those heady early dates isn't going to be enough to carry you through forever. Flirting in a relationship, however new, isn't quite the same as flirting in order to try and get someone's attention. You've got their attention already. Flirting at this stage is about keeping them interested and keeping your sex life hotting up. Flirting is about being playful and confident. You don't need to be too serious when you flirt. It's about showing you care about them and want them to find you attractive. It's about communicating, building a language of love and seduction between you. It's about having shared jokes and dirty secrets. Don't be afraid to go all out and dress up to the nines for a big night out, or cook a 3-course candlelit dinner at home. Flirting and seduction doesn't have to be complicated. Give them a squeeze on the way past, make a filthy joke or send them a sext. As you get closer, your flirting can get braver. There's no need to hold back at this stage. 9. Be thankful on the regular. Showing that you're thankful and appreciative of your man is a great way to keep him interested. Men might not admit it, but they do like to be appreciated. They also want to be the hero that saves the day, but if you don't at least acknowledge something nice that he has done, he certainly won't feel like a hero. We can often forget to thank each other for even simple things because the routine of life gets in the way. Whenever your man does something for you, like open the door for you, say thanks. It's basic manners, and it'll make him feel appreciated, which keeps him coming back for more. 10. Be a strong woman. A strong woman exudes confidence and self-respect and lights up any room she enters. And when a woman exudes confidence, she comes across as sexy. And there is nothing sexier for a man than a woman who radiates sex appeal. If she knows her way around the bedroom and isn't afraid to ask for what she wants under the covers, a man will find her irresistible. She's not selfish in the sack either. She'll make sure that his desires and needs are fulfilled just as much as hers are. When a man is satisfied sexually by a strong, confident woman, he'll keep coming back for more as he will crave that feeling of being close to her. Greater intimacy in the bedroom leads to a greater connection out of the bedroom. A couple will feel more in tune with one another, and that mutual respect and trust is reinforced. As their relationship develops, she'll always keep him on his toes, but he'll know exactly where he stands. Strong women may want to be in a relationship as much as anyone, but they're fine being alone. They don't need men in their lives. And that makes them the sexiest women around. Know yourself, know your partner, and you'll keep him interested.